Nessa girl, let me tell you one thing about me this Tuesday morning. You hoes can't take me. The category is corporate secretary realness. Yes, God, Nessa girl, I went down to the Zara over the weekend. I told Miss Cashier Fish, give me an old nasty piece of lover and secretary blouse. I went out to the salon and told her, give me an old nasty corporate mushroom cut. Because I'm getting ready to walk the ball, and the category is corporate secretary realness. That's a girl. Let me tell you something. That whole pray tell, Billy Porter, you better watch out, bitch. Because when your ass die on this show of the virus, the doll, Miss Funky Daniva Ross, is ready to take your place. Girl, you better hold it down, because I'm coming for you. Now, so girl, did you get into this Sunday's episode of Pose? Baby girl, I missed y'all yesterday because I had a whole lot going on, but I am here today. Let's just get into the goings-ons of what happened on this episode. Girl, Miss Candy, your walk is about as bad as Miss Candy Burris Fashions. They gave your ass the real name, Candy, bitch. Did y'all see how Candy tried to walk through the damn ball looking like a little boy? Okay, body just looked like two pieces of plywood in the front and the back. No God, honey, and Miss Praytell read her down looking like a popsicle stick, just straight up and down. But let me tell y'all something. This episode, Candy's story and her feelings really touched me. If you could get past the comedic appeal of it all, Candy needed some sort of validation. She needs to pass. She wants to feel like a woman. She wants to feel fishy, bitch, real fishy. But she feel like her name is Mike. You see what I'm saying? Because she's shaped like a little boy, playing in drag, and she looked like a little boy all down to her face, and she can't pass. So that was great. Although we started laughing at Miss Candy and that horrible, whatever it is she tried to serve, it's laid the perfect foundation for this episode and what this episode touched on. Speaking of Miss Candy, when Angel came and tried to, soften her pain and talk to her, she provided her a black market alternative to get what she wants quickly and cheaply. And so for all my straight females out there, for those of you guys who are familiar with Kim Smedley's story, the butt shot madam that went to prison, so on and so forth, a lot of this black market injections, getting your booty shots done in the back of a Holiday Inn, a lot of that started with the trans community because the girls did not have enough money to go to the Beverly Hills, to Miami, and the uptown New York places. So they found Miss Medical Assistant Fish with 16 credit hours from ICDC College. And she think just because she handed the doctor a couple pieces of sterile gauze and a syringe that she knew what she was doing. But the girls wanted to feel fishy so bad that they would just let Miss Assistant Fish pump their ass with silicone. Not condoning none of it. People go above and beyond as best they can to try to get as best they can on the black market. And not that this make it any better, but at least mama had some sort of medical training and she had medical grade silicone. Unlike that damn It character or that Saw character that they went to later in the episode. But we'll talk about that. Damon getting sick. Nessa girl, I was sitting on pins and needles through the whole episode, because here it is. Ricky done came in this boy life and fucked up the thing. Okay, fucked up his whole life. Girl, I was in there nervous and mad at the same damn time. But I'm gonna tell you something. That's why you don't spread your legs and lay down on no floor on no dirty damn mattress in an apartment, yet alone a home. Let me tell you one thing, baby. You climb up in me. Okay, if you climb up in me, baby, it got to be in the everlap of luxury, bitch, not down to the floor. Because when you have sex down to the floor, you get down to the floor kind of infections and diseases. But praise the Lord, Damon did not have the disease. Okay, speaking of, baby, let me tell you one thing about it, bitch. I might talk all kind of shit about Electra Abundance, but bitch, she got her a good man, Savannah. Let me tell you something. When I found out Electra Abundance benefactor was Detective Stabler, baby, I was ready to open my legs and let him SUV me all up and down the town. Yes, God, honey, Christopher Maloney is one fine-ass middle-aged man. But in addition to that, I just love the diversity in the roles that Christopher Maloney has taken on lately. After doing a long-ass stint on Oz, after working forever and a second lifetime on Law and Order, I love when he broke out and played the role on Underground, and I love that he is pushing his artistic chops even further, playing a rich white man that's fucking an uptown trans girl. I'm loving everything about it, honey. And in addition to, when I said on an earlier video that I thought all the trans girls was just working the street and flipping Johns or whatever, a lot of people emailed me and checked me in the comments that that was not incorrect, and I am glad that I was able to see visually the life that some of the girls truly do live and lead. It has opened my eyes to a lot, and quiet as it's kept, I'm about to call Miss Electra Abundance and see if she can give me a class on how to trick a rich white man, honey, because listen, work ain't honest, but it do what, Nessa girl? It pays the bills, okay? Love a girl. When Candy first got her first round of shots, honey, they was playing that Tina Marie, you say you want cafe au lait, I don't know the words, but I just want to be your lover girl. I went up. The music was everything, honey. Then when she walked in that back room and Electra Abundance had on that old nasty red Holston inspired dress, honey, with an old big old over exaggerated feather right here. Mama's skin was giving everything. Cheekbones was giving Vogue, Cynthia Runway, realness. And then she delivered her monologue, and I was like, girl, you just done fucked up the thing, okay? Electra Abundance, I'm not gonna wear you out because it's gonna steal my momentum, but the acting just ain't the best. It can be better, and I love you, and this is coming from my heart, and it is coming from a place of love, and I understand that you're a beginner and this is new, but sis, if that's the best you got, then season 2, we don't want it. Nevertheless, she gave Miss Candy ass the business, and Miss Candy gave it back to her. Now, Candy went out there and pray tell read that girl down, because Miss Candy, although she did have a little more shape, it wasn't enough for the category. And when he told that bitch she had on an overflow maxi pad, I hollered. Quiet as it's kept, honey, she looked like she had on an elderly deep-end, depending on what angle you looked at her from. But you know, she was working. Quiet as it's kept. The titties was giving all natural. The titties was all right. I mean, and the ass wasn't bad either. It just was a little saggy. She should have taped and tied it up or got it up there somehow, Nessa girl. Nevertheless, I'ma tell you who had it right, honey. Miss Electra Abundance walked out and she served. But the bitch ain't want none of Miss Aphrodite, bitch. Yes, God, Aphrodite, go in and let have. Baby, you were sent to us by the Greek and the Grecian gods above, baby. Aphrodite was everything. Mama was fishy, bitch. Fishy. And I went up for every moment of it. She was soft and delicate as a flower and just so supple and young, and everything about it was right. Tens across the board. Mama was so bad, Electra Abundance could not get mad, okay? She said, you know what, bitch, I'm not gonna hate, I'm gonna congratulate. Can I carry you out to dinner? Yes, God, Luther Vandross. Can I take you out tonight to the movies, to the park, have a drink before it's dark? Let me know. Can I take you out tonight? Yes, you can, bitch, where they have wine and pancakes at the same damn time. But what I love about the scene when Elektra took Aphrodite out is that Aphrodite, despite winning and taking down the legendary Elektra Abundance, she was still humble enough to pay homage. You see what I'm saying? What was even more interesting about that scene is, while Elektra Abundance got the title and the reputation and the respect, she still had to bow down to Aphrodite, because not in her ballroom life, but in her real life, Aphrodite had a sense of completeness that Elektra Abundance wished she had. Going back to the statement that Detective Stabler, he gonna always be Detective Stabler. That man probably hate that damn role, because he gonna always be Detective Stabler. Going back to the conversation Elektra Abundance had with Detective Stabler, he told her, you know, yeah, I'm not going to like you if you have the change. And you're right, if she has the change, at the very end of the day, she's just a woman. And the fact that he likes his women with a little something special. And what I liked about that conversation that they were having is that it gave me a peek into the mindset of men who are attracted to trans women but who are not gay. And you know, the whole part about maybe I like the fact that I am with someone and getting away with something that other people don't know. You know, that was really deep, and it gave us a peek into the psyche of men who are attracted to trans women who still have their male genitalia. Very deep, very interesting. And Elektra Abundance is in a very hard position because, on one, she's surrounded by people who are living the hard street life, and she's got it made because of her benefactor. But in order to keep it, living the good life, she's got to remain slightly incomplete. And she's stuck between scratching and surviving, eating well, or being complete. Nessa, girl, which one would you choose? Let me tell you something. They say work ain't honest and it pays the bills. And it's hard out here in these streets. And it's a little bit of sacrifice. I mean, girl, quiet as it's kept, Nessa, girl. I just have to keep duct taking... Girl, I just have to keep duct taking my dick and bitch go buy some panties with a pussy print on it, because bitch, I'm not finna be out here turning Johns and the people be saying I fell off and walking the streets and honey, I ain't going to get no real damn job when I can sit up on my ass and do nothing all day except dream about how I had a pussy made of clay. Sounds like a good ass life to me. Elektra Abundance, I suggest you choose wisely. It's hard out here in the streets. Speaking of duct taping the dick, you know, that was a powerful scene as well, that she's this close to being a woman physically, but she looks in the mirror and there is always that one part of her that just isn't right. Another nuanced area that I hope you guys picked up on that scene is everybody on the scene is envious of Elektra Abundance. She's fishy, she passes, she's got nice things, she got her rich white man, she lived good. But unbeknownst to them, she would rather have some of the completeness and freeness that they have and would trade it in a million, trade it in a heartbeat if only they knew. So the moral and the takeaway from that for me is sometimes we be so busy envying other people's lives and don't even know the personal hell that they are catching. Ricky and Damon's conversation. Y'all, that was a powerful conversation between Damon and Ricky. It was powerful for one because it's a conversation that I've been a part of. It's a conversation that friends have retold to me. It's a very common conversation when you have some sort of health scare and you know that you have not always had safe sex, and then you're forced to ask your partner questions that you probably should have asked during the blissful phase, but was just too blinded by love and lust to even go there. Case in point, you know, how many partners have you had? When Ricky said 50 and Damon just freaked out, it really was like, whoa. And I know that really worked to rev up Damon's angst, because here it is, I've got the flu-like symptoms that comes along with the onset of contracting HIV. We had unprotected sex by mistake, and you're telling me you had 50 partners, yeah, you might have given me something. What was more and most powerful in that scene for me, though, was Blanca listening in from the door and hearing the mistakes Damon and Ricky have made, but moreover, hearing her life on repeat and knowing how this ends or may end, because she is living the potential end right now. That was a very powerful scene. What was even more powerful is when she went and took that walk with Pray Tell and was sharing everything with Pray Tell, and Pray Tell shared with her that he stopped getting tested. And just basically revealed to her in more ways than one that I'd rather just live a blissfully ignorant life when it comes to this disease and live the best life I can versus know if I have it and commit to this prison sentence and all the bad that goes with it. Pray Tell's attitude was, if I'm going to die from this disease that's incurable, then I'm going to die for it. So at least let me be blissfully ignorant and live good for as long as I can before doomsday. And unfortunately, guys, there are a lot of people who take that stance when it comes to their health. And not just with HIV and AIDS, with all things. My aunt, for example, has diabetes. And she had diabetes for a while, and deep down inside, she knew she had diabetes. And I can remember many years ago, we were always saying, Auntie, you need to go to the doctor. Auntie, you need to go to the doctor. And you could see the reluctance on her face. She did not want to go because she did not want to hear subconsciously what she already knew, was that she had diabetes. And unfortunately, you know, because she left it unchecked, she finally got diagnosed when, you know, when she got really sick, you know, something happened and she had to go to the doctor. And to think that all of that could have potentially been avoided and her health could have been in a better situation now had she begun to treat it earlier. So, you know, I definitely related to that scene, and it was very telling. I like, though, that through that conversation with Blanca and through mustering up the courage, Pray Tell decided, I am going to do the responsible thing. I'm going to collect these little kids. We are going to go get tested. Now, I was happy when everyone came back negative. And then Pray Tell went in. Is it me, or did y'all already kind of feel like Pray Tell was going to come back positive? I kind of did. Honestly, I thought Damon was too, and I didn't want him to. I thought Ricky was going to come back positive, and I thought Pray Tell was going to come back positive. But Pray Tell came back positive, and it was a hard pill for him to swallow. Although, much like my aunt, I really do think deep down inside, Pray Tell already knew he was HIV positive. What do y'all think about Pray Tell deciding to lie to the boys? On one token, I agree with his position. This was a very joyful moment for those boys during a very scary time in life. Let them have their moment. Also, I think that Pray Tell perhaps needs an opportunity to process this whole, you know, set of news first before he has to deal with telling other people and dealing with them and their opinions and them feeling sorry for him. So, you know, I'm kind of torn. But let's talk about this. Angel wanting even more butt shots and looking for it on the low. There are just certain things you should not want a Groupon for. And health-related situations is one of them. I know folks right now getting body shots done in the back of hotels, getting braces done in the back of hotels, getting prescription pills from folks that ain't damn doctors. Those just certain things right there that I don't fuck with. Like, bitch, you can go down to the Concentra. You can go down to Miss Concentra. She $135 and they'll see you for medical care. Do not be going to any unlicensed, suspended license, or revoked license medical practitioners for any medical services. The only thing you let the girls help you do is get a splinter out your damn hand. Okay, other than that, you can't do nothing for me, bitch. Nevertheless, Mama should have knew something was wrong when she said this woman does it for 10% less than the other woman who was getting, at least she was getting her silicone from a medical place in the US. I'm like, girl, the first medical assistant fish was only charging $1,000. This lady charging 10%. She charging $100. You finna go get a whole body for $100. That didn't feel wrong to you? I'ma tell you who it felt wrong to. Miss Angel. She said, no. In the words of Patti LaBelle. She said, nah, girl, I'm good. You go ahead and go first. You go ahead and let that lady inject your ass with salmonella and staph and C. diff and everything in between. I'm good. She told homegirl straight up, I'ma wait and see how yours go, and then after that I decided she did the right goddamn thing. Cause Miss Candy liked to die, honey, when she came out that thing and walked to the ball. Now here's the thing. Here's what's sickening, and here's the takeaway. Miss Candy was in search of validation. That she was a woman, that she was fishy, that she could pass, that she was the dream. And she got the validation she was so desperately seeking when she got 10s across the board. But she damn near died to get it, literally. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? And that's the story that a lot of people have to ask. Candy's story is K. Michelle's current story. I didn't like my body. Society said I needed to look like this. So I went and got all this black market silicone, or I don't know if K's was black market or if it was legit, but I got all this silicone injected in my body. And I damn near died to try to subscribe to an image of what I should look like when I should have just been all right with myself. Gay, straight, trans, and in between, I know that there are a lot of women and men out there who can relate to Candy's story, doing all this enhancement to meet some sort of imaginary criteria on what it is you should look like when, you know, not strong enough and have high enough esteem to realize you are good enough just the way you are. It was really deep though when Candy sat on that sofa and talked with Electra about how she's perfect and she can pass, and you don't know what it's like when I look into the mirror every day and I hate what I see. You can pass. I shared with y'all earlier in earlier videos with the trans community, you know, they've got several sets of like criteria that they have to meet in order to feel fishy. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody wants to look clocky in the trans community. They want to look like a cisgender woman. That is the ultimate goal. And while Miss Candy has face and she's beautiful, she's going through that whole I want to look like a real woman. And Electra, you do. You don't know my pain, Electra. And Electra was saying to her, little do you know, you and I share the same incompleteness. Yours might be hips, ass, you know, face, softness and curves. Mine is the fact that I have this penis. Two different struggles, same pain. And y'all know I say this all the time. We've all been through pain on one level or another. Miss Angel is going through her own internal battle as well when it comes to these curves, body, and being insecure. She really loves Stan. Stan is in a very complicated situation. And Angel revealed her hand when she was unable to get Stan hard, or when Stan was unable to get erect. And she instantly flew to, it's because of my body. It's because I don't have curves. It's because I'm not giving real fish realness down to the bedroom. And I'm giving little boy and drag with a cute face. And Stan was so blown. That had nothing to do with anything as far as he was concerned. Stan is so new to the life, he can't even put words to what it is he like and don't like. He just knows that this feels good in the moment and I like you. And Angel dumped all that baggage on Stan. And I love when Stan was just like, whoa, wait, you are all over the place. Like, what's going on right now? And I think Angel is about to run off and do a whole bunch of stupid shit from a place of insecurity, trying to keep Stan, trying to make Stan leave his wife. She about to go love crazy and end up hurting herself. I do like the fact that when Blanca was in the mirror trying on the dress that Pray Tell made, that Pray Tell was able to keep it real with Blanca and reveal his status to her. At least he had somebody he could talk to, and those two could be a support system for one another. I am glad Pray Tell did that. It saddened me to see Angel go to that cheap lady and get them butt shots, and I hope that she don't get sick, and I hope that as Stan evolves, that this doesn't turn Stan off and Stan end up leaving her and she end up messing up the semi-good thing that she has. Lastly, y'all, you know, it's the little scenes that always move me the most. And while this was a very good episode, there was 3 seconds of this episode that moved me the most. It's when Damon was on stage dancing and the dance teacher looked back at Blanca and Blanca said, that 3 seconds simple, it just really moved me to chorus. Like, for me, that was the most special part of this entire episode, and the whole episode was good. So, Nessa girl, let's talk about it. Do y'all think Electra Abundance should get the surgery? Do you think Detective Stabler will still stay with her if she get the surgery? Do you think Angel should get the surgery? Do you think Stan is going to like her more or less if she gets shot or the surgery? Let's talk about it. And that's a girl, be sure to like and subscribe. Oh, and I found another thing out when I talked to my YouTube rep the other day. Some of y'all be saying you don't get the notifications or YouTube is tripping. You have to click the bell button if you want to get notifications every time I call. If not, they only send the notifications to a certain percentage of people who are subscribed to the channel or to people who are most active. So be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And if you hit the bell button, baby, you will never miss a phone call and truly be a part of the notification gang. And with that, Nessa girl, I'll call you later. Bad.